Evening. Buyer's remorse. Buy a new car? I'll be moving in. Let's get started.
Sorry, I think there's been a mistake. I bought it from Carvana.
You what?
Yeah, great price. I even have 7 days to love it or return it.
So there's no...
No buyer's remorse. More like buyer's rejoice.
I guess I'll let myself out. Congratulations. I mean it.
Buyer's rejoice. Buy your car today on Carvana.
Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Hello, everybody. Just one more week until Off-Brand October picks up, okay? She's back with a vengeance. I have to be honest with you, okay? Every time I record this podcast, I never drink when I record a podcast episode. Never. Like, never, ever, never have I ever had a sip of alcohol and then recorded a podcast episode. It's just like not my cadence or my tempo. I like to be sharp and quick-witted, and full disclosure, I have had 2 adult beverages and I'm feeling a little foamy at the mouth and just slightly intoxicated. So this is going to be an interesting episode. I just want to go out with a bang before Off-Brand October kicks up. It's a very important week in the Jewish religion. This is the Rosh Hashanah week. It's the week of Jew of the Year, of we're repenting and we're reflecting and we're apologizing and then we're cleansing and then we're fasting and then we're back in business. Okay. Also, I was just listening to music on shuffle with Clyde before I put him down for a nap. And I just had this thought, Good Luck Babe by Chappell Rowan is such a great song. Thank you so much for listening to the Bitch Bible podcast. I was listening to it and I was like, what a strong pop bop. It's such a shame because I feel like the success is wasted on Chappell Rowan. I hope that doesn't sound harsh because I think she's such a great talent, but I think that maybe inherently she just doesn't want to be famous and she should have stuck to like theater because I don't know that she can handle those lights. You know what I'm saying? But Good Luck Babe, like people really lost their mind for Pink Pony Club. And when she performed that at the Grammys, I just kept thinking, I wish it was Good Luck Babe. Like Hot to Go, obviously, a fun little number. But Good Luck Babe is a timeless classic. And now we've said it. What else is going on, Jackie? Not much. Thanks for asking. Am I renovating my primary bathroom? Yeah, I am. I just met with the contractor yesterday and I said I wasn't going to do any renovations for the remainder of 2025, but she found a slab and she's feeling things in her nipples. Okay. I will kill this fucking dog. Oh, fucking Andrew. This is what Andrew does. He comes home and then he lingers in the driveway and then Leo loses his mind and then Clyde wakes up and I'm just like wanting another passion fruit margarita and I don't know what to do with myself. Anyways, we're renovating the bathroom. This is what I'm thinking. Because Andrew's like, do you really want to be without a red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather? This episode is going to be terrible. I can already feel it. Just let's scratch this one and I'll kick it back. I'll be in a wide brim hat next week. So I was saying to him, I was like, listen, I don't think we're going to be inconvenienced for a very long time because now I've got the run of the game, the run of the mill, the run of the land. Here's what. If I compile all of my materials beforehand, materials. If I get all the materials before demo, I'm talking tiles, quarter round, paint color, light fixtures, custom mirrors, custom cabinetry, okay, towels, drain pipes, P-traps, all of the things, the steam room, whatever that looks like, the bathtub faucet, window treatments, like everything under the Tuscan sun that is necessary, every material down to a micro bolt, then really everything can exist in the garage, and then we can backdate a start date for the demo And then we're off to the races. We rip everything out and we have everything ready to go. Every tile, every grout, every adhesive, every mortar, every brush, anything that anyone could possibly need, we have on deck so that we are just straight motherfucking executing. And honestly, it's a metaphor for life. Get your materials ready to go because you never know when it's time to demo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God. By the way, soft teased it. And by soft teased, I mean, basically just told you last week, we're going back on tour. San Francisco, Irvine, Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Nashville. I know I said I was never doing this again last time, but this is the final hoorah. Come November, I'm not going anywhere or doing anything. This is it, folks. So I highly, highly advise, I'm not adding any extra shows too. If these sell out, we're not doing a double feature. It nearly broke me last time. So buy your goddamn motherfucking tickets, okay? Get your tickets. The LA show is going to be interesting. I said this on Instagram and I meant it, and I named the puppy, as a gal always does, because if you ain't willing to get podcasting drunk is fun. If you're not willing to name the puppy, go to the pound. Name the fucking puppy. I always name the fucking puppy. Her name was Marissa. I have not spoken to her since about 7th grade. If you think that she didn't text me asking for 4 tickets, like in what world? And you know what's so crazy too? The amount of text messages I have received from people asking me how to, like, where do I get the tickets? Like, is it a box office? Like, what's the link? I do not work for the box office. Don't make it awkward. They will go. Get them or don't get them, but please don't be so comfortable burdening me with being your ticket aficionado. Like, I need to be the concierge director slinging tickets. Like, if I need to, I will. But texting me about it is very awkward. It's very uncomfortable. Like, we have to get more resourceful. If I can figure it out, you can fucking figure it out. Or if you can't fucking figure it out, stay home. Stay home. It's too much, but it's going to be so fun. My whole fucking family is coming to LA. I'm talking my whole fucking family. It is going to be my bat mitzvah, and I'm worried about it a little bit. You know, LA is a tough crowd. It's my final show. It's at a very cool theater. And I keep like trying to float this to my family and friends. None of them listen to this podcast. And if you think that you know what the show is, you have no idea. You think you know, but you have no idea. I legally can't show these videos on the internet. It's not ever going to be available to stream. Legally, I wouldn't be able to. It's like a morality clause waiting to fucking happen. I have shown you the wholesome bits. I've shown you a micro like finale, but the bulk, the meat of the sandwich is so inherently disgraceful that seeing really is believing. So if you have the opportunity, I dare you to come. It's gonna be weird, okay? Is my grandma Gloria gonna be there with her cochlear implant in Los Angeles, not knowing what the fuck is going on? Absolutely. Is my dad bringing his office again? He didn't learn the first time. My dad is literally bringing his office. I said, Dad, buy a ticket. Here's the link. If you think I didn't make my dad buy a ticket, you dead ass wrong. Jackie, what are we doing with the bathroom reno? Thank you so much for asking. I'm having a hard time deliberating. What I'm thinking is we've got to go Calcutta Viola herringbone on the floors. We just have to. I'm doing like a steam room shower. I'm keeping it like classic but funky. What I really would love is like some form of a curved vanity with reeded marble. But I also want like suspended brass shelving. It's just, I've got to like, it's like I got to draw it out. I also had an epiphany, like, do I go crazy and do green marble or do I do burgundy marble? Because my bedroom has this like mauve mohair velvet paneling on the wall, and I want to pick up on that, and I want it to be cohesive but interesting. But am I going to get sick of like kind of a burgundy? And you have to just see it, because sometimes it doesn't make sense when I say it out loud. When I say that, you're like, ew, burgundy marble. But something about like a checkerboard with travertine and Calicut viola, like I'm thinking about things. It's why I didn't sleep last night. It's why I'm a little bit tipsy and wearing sunglasses, because I'm not working with a full deck or even a quarter of a deck. But she believed she could, and she did. Also, just jumping back to the tour for a second, we're not doing pajamas moving forward. I had an epiphany. I feel like pajamas are my safety net, but now that I've got this shit down, I'm looking for write-offs, okay? And I'm talking big ticket write-offs. I was talking with my friend Lindsay, who's a stylist, yesterday. We were at a party, and she said to me, she's like, what are we thinking? Let's talk outfits. We're not doing fucking pajamas anymore. We're talking write-offs, baby. I said, there are actually 3.5, I would say, articles of materials that I think about on a daily basis, all of which I can't attain because it's sold out, can't find it. This is the relatability hour with Jackie, everybody. Relatable Rachel is here. There is a pair of thigh-high baby blue Chanel boots that I saw 1.5 years ago in Paris that I tried on, and I thought, we're a new mother. These are really expensive. Where the fuck am I going? Why would I ever spend this much money on a baby blue thigh-high leather boot with a little black toe? I thought about it. On my last day, I went back to buy said boot, and they were gone, okay? And I thought, maybe I'll catch them back in the States. Maybe I'll find them on the real. If it's meant to be, we'll come back together. I have scoured the internet every day for 1.5 years looking for these fucking boots. And now more than ever, if I could bust out on stage in those thigh-high baby blue Chanel boots with a structured black long sleeve mini dress with a shoulder pad, my whole life, and a high motherfucking pony, I'd be so happy. But she gone. Another thing I think about, write all of these down. There is a pair. I'm going to be honest. Louis Vuitton's not really my thing. You know, I feel like unless you are a A-list celebrity and you're getting like runway shit, the stuff that you get in the stores, I'm not wearing a logo tracksuit. Like that's just never happening. It's not for me. I'm not Teresa Giudice. It's too housewivesy and it's a tacky look. But when I was in Paris, the same trip, this is disgusting. Like I'm going to need, but by the way, Rosh Hashanah is canceled because this is like, it's just disgusting. Like people are dying, Kim. Grow up, but whatever. We don't edit this podcast. It's a real travesty for all of us. But there was this pair of tiger velvet high-waisted micro shorts that I also saw. And I thought, wouldn't this go great with my pink eye? Because at this point in the trip, I was pussing at both eyeballs going to the Louis Vuitton show where I did not fucking belong. It was my Make-A-Wish Foundation situation. And I wanted to like buy something that I could wear to the show because obviously I was not, Nicolas Guéret or whatever his fucking name is, wasn't dying to dress me. You know, I was like pilfering through bins at a consignment shop being like, what can I find that will detract from the pink eye? And I found these shorts and they were so brutally expensive, but they do match like the wallpaper and all of my upholstery in my house. And I thought, what says Jackie Schimmel more than a tiger overpriced pair of micro shorts with just the trinkling of pus from the retinas? You know what I mean? High-low, baby. And I didn't buy them because I thought, no, I'm a mother. Once again, selfless, okay? A beacon of maternal instincts. I thought, this is ridiculous. Grow up. We're not doing this anymore. Think about him every day. Saw Zendaya in him. Couldn't sleep for weeks. The third thing, The green dress, the green lace, I believe it's a Dolce & Gabbana mini dress that Jennifer Aniston wears in the Oscar-winning film Picture Perfect when she goes to dump Jay Moore for the marketing campaign of the Heinz mustard. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? She wears this perfect August birthstone lace green shift dress that is so my color that I would kill a puppy for, okay? I would do anything for that fucking dress. Researched it, can't find it. The fourth thing, genitalia tickling, pink canvas Bottega Veneta jacket with the burgundy woven leather collar that I had held at the Topanga Mall that I didn't get. You know why? Because I thought, Jackie, you're a mother. We don't do this anymore. I can barely sleep. I think about all of these things. The point of this story is sitting with my friend, and she said, let's do a mood board. I said, let's. She goes, what do you feel great in? Like, what do you put on? What is a go-to outfit where you just feel like yourself and you feel great? I said, I'm going to be honest with you, Lindsay. I had a revelation recently. I'm never going to be cool. I'm never going to be understated. I'm never going to be chic, in the general sense. I personally feel that I have great taste. I'm a one of one, okay? I'm on a lone island. I don't know that many would agree, and I don't fucking care because I have a very specific vision and I execute flawlessly. Whether that be tasteful, classic, timeless, I don't really care. But I know what I like. I'm extremely decisive and I'm extremely consistent. This is what I know. I love a structured shoulder. I love a long sleeve. I like a micro mini. I love leather. I love embellishments. I love a colorful accessory. I like accessories in general. I like a high, full-ass pony, a fuck-ass ponytail, slicked to the gods, okay? I want did I mention a structured shoulder? I like a collar. I like a lapel. I like elevated finishes, buttons, okay? At my baseline, I want to be in a high ponytail with a long sleeve, shoulder padded, button down, tucked into a pair of micro mini leather shorts and a thigh high boot. I can fuck with a heel, but I'd always rather be in a boot, a skank ass boot, a colorful boot, an embellished boot, a gold boot. Like I am a boot ass bitch, okay? And I want some pop of color somewhere. I need a little bit of sparkle, whether it's in jewelry, whether it's in in a collar, like a jeweled collar. I'm not talking about Windsor fashions. Like, give me something interesting. I like a green. I'm always going to like green. I always like, you know what? You know what I'm going to say? And I hate this about me. I like a long sleeve romper situation. I'm not talking like a Zimmerman Revolve, I'm not talking like a lacy romper with a fucking wedge sandal. If I could get a long sleeve leather micro tight ass romper with a collar and a padded shoulder and a skank ass heel and a high pony and a bunch of fucking bracelets, that's what I'm always going to do. If I could find a long sleeve mauve pink leather, like any of those, match them, mix them, match them, I don't care. But your girl needs a sleeve, your girl needs a collar, your girl needs a leg. Another thing that blew my mind, very recently, Max was over and he said to me, as only a best friend can do, he's like, you need to start putting more lotion on. I said, Max, I never wear lotion on my legs because I'm very susceptible to bug bites and I don't want Lyme's disease. He's like, okay, but you look dehydrated, so you need to slather on some lotion. And I have so many pictures from every point in my life where Max will get on all fours and he will take any type of lubrication, KY jelly, olive oil, saliva, and he will get on his knees and he will lube up my legs because as a gay man, he feels so strongly about me lubing up those legs. Doesn't care if I am bedridden with Lyme's disease later from a tick bite. All he wants is me to be slipping and sliding. He took my illegal FDA stem cells and my face oil. And he splooged all over my legs recently. And I was like, Max, that's too much. I'm going to leave a mark on the sofa. He's like, you need more. I want you to be dripping wet everywhere you go moving forward. Okay. He's like, I've been holding this in. I'm like, you haven't been holding this in. You've told me this forever. We have the same conversation over and over. I don't wear lotion unless I need to. I'm never lotioning. What did I do? I went to Sephora. I got the Patrick Ta body balm and the brush. And it's been changing my life. I'm feeling slippery like a seal. But am I covered in bug bites? Yes. I've got one here. I've got one on my foot. I've got one on my thigh. Maybe I have Lyme's disease. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Lyme's disease. Is there anything more embarrassing, sharp left, than when your card declines in front of somebody? True story. Yesterday, me and Clyde have been practicing walking because it's 2025 and child leashes are not of the times, even though I would desperately like to bring them back, because if I could get that fucker Al-Qaeda on a retractable leash, preferably bedazzled with a structured shoulder, and I could give him a little bit of leeway to be independent and roam untethered, but then just snatch him back if he starts getting into a danger zone. Like, I can't imagine a more freeing existence as a parent, but whatever, I digress. So what we've been doing is we've been practicing holding hands because he hates to hold my hand. He wants to run. He wants to go. He's just like level 10 boy energy. And, you know, he's 2, so he doesn't understand like danger yet. So anytime I try to hold his hand and walk, he just like buckles and like tries to break free. So I've been training him, and I'm like, basically, you know, if you hold mama's hand and you're a good listener and you follow the rules, you will get ice cream. So yesterday I walked him around. We have this like outdoor kind of mall, okay, that kind of is in a round formation. So if we walk the entirety of the loop of the outdoor mall, which takes a while, by the way, a little sore, okay? I'm not someone who cares about getting my steps in. I've probably had like less than 1,000 steps today, and it is 4:04 p.m. Let's take a look-see, shall we? Health is wealth. Summary, okay, like I don't care. Light flow, thank you. Cycle tracking. Oh my God, I had 2,700 steps today. Jillian Michaels, get out of here. What is my average? 3,800 steps. That's not so bad. Okay, yesterday I got 3,500. The day before, 4,000. Oh my God, Melissa Wood, watch your fucking back. I'm averaging 3,000 steps a day. Oh my God. Somebody get this girly a fitness sponsorship. Sponsor material. Okay, what was I saying? So we do the loop. Clyde is doing amazing with his attentive listening skills, okay? We make it back to the gelato shop. I run into an old friend of mine, okay? And Clyde is now like, I've been promising this gelato for about 47 minutes, okay? I'm like, you get your ice cream, you get your ice cream. Do you want your ice cream? If you listen and you follow the rules and you're a good boy, you get ice cream. And spare me the psychological trauma of like bribery with children, because I just don't subscribe to any of it. I had like a little bit of a situation. Clyde was in one of his classes. I'm going to try to be like more demure with details moving forward, because last week's episode, I named the puppy. I gave exact geographical coordinates and like exact altercation details. So we're not doing that anymore, but let's just say Clyde was in one of his classes and they take a water break, and he is a thespian and he fake cries. I also know that he is extremely resilient. I know my kid, he gets over things in 2.5 seconds. And kind of the more that we feed into it, the more he'll take it and run with it. So they take a water break and he sees me and he starts crying, like he doesn't want to go back into the class. I say, Clyde, you're a star. Get back in there. Okay. Fuck around and find out. Like it's about $6 a minute for this class. So you're going to get in there and you're going to rib and dance. And one of the parents looks at me and she's like, "Aw, how old is he?" I'm like, "He's just turned 2." And she's like, "Well, he's still processing his feelings. Like he's still a baby." And I'm like, "He's fine." Because I looked at the teacher and I'm like, "Give him 30 seconds. He'll be fine. Trust me." And I kind of just kicked him back in the class, shut the door, and I was like, you're fine. Dance for your life, Clyde. Cooper Nielsen could never. And sure enough, 46 seconds later, he's got the biggest smile on his face and he's grand-jeting across the classroom, okay? But the judgment that I had to endure from a literal stranger for making my son get back in there instead of raising a pussy and being like, oh no, are you okay? He was fine, okay? If he started levitating and disrupting the class, I'd give him the hook and pull him, okay? But I know him and I know his temperament and I know his resilience, and it's a big bad world out there, okay? Dance, Clyde, dance. Anyways, what was I saying? So we get back. Okay, so we get to the gelato thing and he's starting to levitate because I've been like floating this gelato for 47 minutes now and he's unraveling. So as I'm trying to pay for his mint chip gelato, I'm like pilfering around my purse. We're still holding hands because he cannot let go of my hand until we sit down. Those are the rules. We're training, endurance training. And he's flopping all around and he's starting to cry and I'm trying to get my fucking credit card. I grab a debit card that I have not activated yet. It's still got the sticker on it. You should see my purse. It's an abyss. There's crackers, there's goldfish, there's gum, there's free floating Ilia lip glosses. Okay. There's body fluids, there's credit cards, it's a mess in there. There's blue cheese particles from the BYOO lifestyle. And I just grabbed the first card I can and I'm talking to this old friend and they're like, sorry, ma'am, your card's declined. And I know this well because as someone whose card declined on a semi-regular basis about 10 years ago, everywhere I went, even I would say 8 years ago. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's probably because I was traveling. Like where to? The unemployment line? You weren't traveling anywhere. By foot because your car was repoed? Sure. So, oh my God, did I not record the video? Oh, I did. Oh my God. Professionalism never saw me coming. So, I know the go-to lines you say when your card is legitimately declining, but then I was so embarrassed and I was like, oh, I didn't activate this yet. It's a debit card. I had to get new debit cards because they were all like shipping to my old place, but then I had to go pick them up. And now I'm like totally over explaining, which makes it sound like my card did just decline. And like, do I really care at the end of the day? No. But is it embarrassing? A little bit. You know what also is level 10 embarrassing? Unfortunately, I do love the trend on TikTok, the trend on Instagram, everyone, omitting or admitting their guilty pleasures. Unfortunately, I do love a 4 p.m. glass of Chardonnay, Diet Coke, expensive purses, this, that, the other thing. It's like, and everyone thinks that they're so, oh my God, I'm not like other girls. You're like every other fucking girl. Every other girl roaming the Western Hemisphere loves a fucking Diet Coke, okay? And a dirty martini. Like, you're crazy. Unfortunately, I do love $18 iced matchas. Duh. It's what makes the world go round. It's called consumerism. You're so naughty. I can't do it. I don't want to see one more. Unless it's like, unfortunately, I do love burying my mother-in-law in the back. Unless it's like a felony or something insane, I don't want to fucking see it. Unfortunately, I do love microwaving my cat. Like, unless it's a fucking kookadoodle-doo admission of guilt, nobody is enthralled that you like $8 cups of matcha. Get over yourself. You know what? You know what the epiphany is? You know what the takeaway is that we all need to sit with? We're not that fucking interesting. I think about it every day. It blows my mind that I do this. It blows my mind because I'm so goddamn sick of myself. None of us are that interesting. We've all gotten way too emboldened to share things. And granted, Jackie, is that what you do for a living every single week? Yeah. And I think it's fucking nuts. Okay. I'm not getting high on my own supply. I think y'all are crazy. I think you guys are fucked up in the head, myself included. I'm removing myself from the equation. But unfortunately, I do love overpriced designer sandals. I do love vacation. Yeah, no, we know. I do love doom scrolling. Everybody does. Everybody does. Shut up. Shut up. God, it's so stupid. Unfortunately, I do love. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. You know what, unfortunately, I do love? Okay, I love Conrad from The Summer I Turned Pretty. He's hot to me. Like, do I want to be bitchy or do I want to be nice? I'm going to be bitchy. I wish he was like a little more beefy, like his body. I feel like, I don't know that he has pepperoni nipples, but I imagine pepperoni nipples, and like it wouldn't kill him to do a couple sit-ups before the sex scene. And like, could they have put him in a boxer brief? Perhaps. He does look a little bit like a lesbian, but like a hot Leo DiCaprio, a budget Leo DiCaprio lesbian. Anyways, I can't with Belly and her bob. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty. She chooses Conrad. She gets a bob. She starts wearing red lipstick, and she's in Paris, and she like smokes pot and like drinks wine, and like it's unbelievable. Okay. Belly got a bob, and it's like it's a very ill-cut bob. You know what it is? It's a chunky bob. People with that hair texture, that volume, you need to cut into it to make it a bob. It makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense. But she's in Paris and she's wild and she wears red lips and she's got a halter dress on, honey. And she's a little Parisian hussy. So they get together and then she goes back to Cousins and then she's in a yellow midi dress looking at her hydrangeas and she's just back to Belly. But did I enjoy it? Of course. Do we need a movie after that? I don't think so. Does Jeremiah, like, he's so tan and the hair is so whatever, but like he does look like a little rat boy to me. Like, I wouldn't fuck Jeremiah with a 10-foot pole. He's such a bitch ass to me. He's just a pussy ass bitch. But Conrad kind of is too, but he's got like this quiet, mysterious Leo DiCaprio vibe, and he's like gonna be a doctor. So like, yeah, Belly, we should probably go with that, brother. Thanks so much. What was I saying? So I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I was like, Andrew, you need to leave me alone for 47 minutes. I need to watch this stupid ass show. I don't want you judging me, and I'm gonna have a nice cold martini, and then I'm gonna doom scroll. And by doom scroll, I'm like, I'm not a TikTok scroller. I'm not an Instagram scroller. High roller. I like to send aggressive emails, and anyone that I work with can attest to this. Like, if you don't respond to me, like, I have absolutely no qualms or problems. I will send like 14 follow-up emails without a care in the world. My poor touring agent, Marcus, I think I sent him like 6 emails in an hour the other day. He's like on East Coast time, like the office is closed. And I was like, per my last email, I'm going to need like, only because I want to like book hotels, like something that's not pressing at all. I'll hit you 18 times. I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? And also, like, I love like a curt email reply. Like, I get a lot of emails here and there of people like pitching guests to be on the show. I got 3 specifically this week, and I responded to all of them a couple nights ago when I was watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I just wrote no, all capitals. It's like, hey, new up and coming male comedian so and so is interested in guesting on the Bitch Bible podcast. He's got 1.2 TikTok followers and was recently featured on, The Late Late Show with Seth Meyers. Here's some YouTube clips with his most recent bits. And I just respond, no. Like, do we have to pussyfoot around these bros, like these male comedians? Because I'm not going to. Not a fit. No. Respectfully, not a chance in hell. Like, in what world? So that's what I did the other night. It was really fun. Oh my God. Can I tell you another reason why I'm a little off kilter today? Like, I'm slightly buzzed, but also just very underslept. So last night, ladies and gentlemen, this is why sometimes I wish I married an accountant. Exhibit A. I wake up in the middle of the night and I notice like Andrew's not in the bed, but I'm like, oh, maybe he's peeing, whatever. 15 minutes goes by, 20 minutes goes by. I'm not worried about him and his, his health, his wellness, his general well-being. I'm concerned that like he either got food poisoning or has stomach flu, or like, where is he? Like, what's going on? Is he watching porn in the guest bathroom? What's going on? So I go out of our bedroom and it's pitch black in my house. Okay. This is like in the middle of the night. It must have been like 1:30 a.m. And I hear like a slow ballad trickle of little Andy tickling the ivories in the pitch black of our living room, singing. Okay. And I walk out and I'm looking as busted gets. And I just hear a slow croon of a piano. And he's like, singing some melody. And I walk out and I go, Andrew, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, something just came to me and I had to write it down before I forget. And he's like scribbling his little music notes. And he's got his little voice note out. And I'm like, yo, Mozart, get the fuck to bed. And he's like, I'll just be a minute, honey. 20 minutes goes by and I hear, and he's playing that fucking piano. And I'm like, maybe I should have married an investment banker or like a local realtor, because this shit is bananas. Not to be a cunt, but if Andrew wasn't successful, I would have buried him in the backyard by now, because being married to anyone in the music industry is not for the faint of heart. Is it cool? Yes. Is it like, perk oriented? Am I always going to get good passes to a concert? Sure. But am I also going to wake up at 2 a.m. with my husband in his pajamas playing the piano? It sounds good on paper, but it's fucking annoying. And also, he's humming. He's little August Rush. He's always fucking humming. We can't watch television shows together because he hums along with the score of the show. And it never fucking stops. It never fucking stops, okay? Is he leaving me again for tour to go live on a bus? Yes. But things could be worse. Things have been worse. I'm so excited for Off-Brand October. You know what I'm doing tomorrow? Spoiler alert. Josh is coming over and I am making a fresh farmer's market bounty, kind of a puttanesca, if you will. I'm pickling. I'm making my 4-ingredient health-forward granola for the kiddos. And I'm also going to be making my world-famous Greek masala fat-free chili. So everybody get fucking ready for me. I'm looking way cuter than I did at the beginning of this episode. Just new year, new me. It is Rosh Hashanah tomorrow. Jackie, how will you be celebrating the Jewish New Year? Thank you so much for asking. And by the way, if I already told you my little plan, because I was intoxicated, just pretend like you're hearing this for the first time. First of all, the biggest lore about Jackie Schimmel is that I'm like a huge drinker. I drink often, but not in excess. Like, I'm never getting blackout. Like, I'm never getting wasted. If I'm getting tipsy, it's a very rare day. Like, I like to slow sip lighter fluid martinis, but I'm never trying to get like fuzzy and gross. So tomorrow is Rosh Hashanah. And instead of taking my elderly grandmother to temple, I will be hightailing it to the Cabazon outlets at 6:45 a.m. to beat traffic. I will sit in the parking lot and have a McDonald's breakfast and perhaps a date shake. And then I will be celebrating the Jewish New Year and atoning for my sins by way of outlet mall gallivant. I will be doing the infinity loop. I will be getting a Wetzel's Pretzels at approximately 11:38 a.m. I will be looking for Frette sheets. I will be looking for Saint Laurent leather micro shorts. I will be looking for any type of a Miu Miu encrusted jacket. I will be looking for some Bottega Veneta woven over the knee boots and or ready to wear. I will be looking for some Loewe denim. I will be looking for some Etro sensible tunics. I will be looking for, what else? That's kind of it, honestly. Will I be looking for anything for Andrew, Clyde? Absolutely not. Oops, got a text. Oh, perfect. The pool is heating. Esther Williams, aka Clyde, is doing his swim class, and he really is his mother's son, because she's also a lady of the land. We do not fuck with water. He loved it like the first time, and now he's just like, no, unless the pool is like 105 degrees. You know what he does, which is just so drama? He starts pretending to shiver so that they can like wrap up the lesson. The pool was 96 degrees, and he's going, and I'm like, Clyde, it's not cold. It's hot. And he's like, no, hot. He says, hot, hot. He goes, cold, cold, cold. I'm like, you're not fucking cold, bro. You're not cold. It's warm. There's steam coming out of the fucking pool. It's crazy. So I'm going to go to the Cabazon outlets. I'm going to hit it hard with the Infinity Loop. Then on my way back, I'm going to go to Van Nuys and go to the Stone Yard, okay? And kind of start pilfering out some countertops for the primary bathroom remodel, everybody. Also, I watched Salt Lake City last night. Brittany Bateman is the greatest star of our time. And I didn't finish the episode because like I just don't like watching them doing like sad trips. You know what I mean? I'm still really upset about when the Salt Lake City girls went to like Arizona and stayed in an Airbnb track home as like their big trip. Or where else did they go? Like Milwaukee to go see like a basketball game or something, and went to the Harley Davidson Museum. Like, I need a little glamour, a little flash, a little cash. Like, I don't want to see Mary Cosby on a campground. Not really. Sometimes it works and sometimes it just doesn't work. And for whatever reason, it's not working for me for Salt Lake City. I love Angie. Hot take. I love Angie in her oversized glasses. Okay. I feel like she's really pulling together her look and streamlining. So I'm excited about that. I also would like to say that I think that Bronwyn, I don't know where she's going to take us. And I inherently like don't trust Bronwyn Newport, mostly because of like her decor choices and the outfits. And it's not because I can't I get it. I understand what's going on, but she lost me at the $4 million necklace. The relationship with her husband, there's definitely something there. And there's marblings, to kick it back to my countertops. There's marblings of dishonesty. Okay. And I think she's very, very articulate and very, very smart. And she kind of has the handbook. And the way that with all that said, the way that she tackled head on getting caught in the lie about the $4 million necklace and like alluding that it was hers, the way that she took ownership of that, saying that it was dumb and she was trying to impress these ladies and she wanted to shut down the fodder and she wasn't clear and that was stupid and she takes accountability. I really do respect that style of communication from a housewife, because we just don't see it very often in housewives and in life. I feel like it's so easy to diffuse any situation when you're just honest about it. Like, yeah, I fucked up. I was being an asshole. And if you say if you're completely honest and so clear all of the time, I feel like you're going to get held to the fire a lot less. Like, if you fuck up, just own it in its entirety. Don't like mince and parse and try to whip and nay and deflect. Like, let's say you're in an argument with a girlfriend or a husband or whatever. Okay, actually, don't ever do this with your husband. By the way, I would sooner take a gel butter knife and shove it up my own asshole into my trachea so that I could never speak or mutter the words, I'm sorry, than ever look at my husband and take any accountability for any wrongdoing. Like, I don't apologize. We just know it and we just move on. Like, when I'm wrong about something, there's a silent understanding, but there's not acknowledgement. Like, I'm never going to be like, hey, babe, I'm sorry I was being, such a cunt earlier. I've just been having a really rough day with the high holiday. Like, I would never. It's just like, hey, we're having Greek chili tonight. You know what I mean? Like, love you. And then I'll be like a little bit nicer when he comes home, but we're not apologizing. It's the upside of sexism. So I'm never wrong. I'm always right. I'm perfect. And that's just kind of the dynamic in my household. Highly recommend, and it works for us. But if you're with a friend, an employer, whatever, okay, a colleague, and you fuck up, instead of doing the song and dance, the Charlie Chaplin tap dance for your life, deflecting, projecting, lying, if you just look someone dead in the eye and you fucking mean it And there's no pleasantries. You just say, I was being a cunt. You know, I was jealous of this, that, the other thing, which is, by the way, so weak. Like, we're like, after a certain age, jealousy just like isn't applicable anymore. Like, if you're jealous that your friend got promoted or that this happened to them and it didn't happen for you, I don't really respect or care about that. Like, lovingly, if that's how you feel, you know, great, but keep it to your fucking self. Bury it deep, because I find that to be disgusting. Like, I don't fuck with people like that. I can't even conceptualize it. I'm a terrible person, but jealous, she is not. If my best friend, or if anyone got everything I ever wanted in life, okay, the pink Bottega jacket, the Louis Vuitton velvet shorts, the baby blue over the knee Chanel boots, okay, never in my life, it would never even, nothing would trigger inside of me or misfire. Like, oh my God, why not me? Because you don't got it, bitch, move on. Like, get over yourself. I just like hate that dynamic. I hate that, like, that it's so self-absorbed, and it's so, when you like really think about being jealous of another person, like logistically, it doesn't make sense to me. It's just stupid. Like, what, you are a microcosm of the universe. Like, it doesn't revolve around you. Shut up. Focus. By the way, you might acquire more gifts from the universe if you weren't looking at what you don't have and what everybody else has that triggers you and makes you sad. Fuck off. For real. Fuck off. We don't do that here, but whatever. Maybe you're one of those weird people. And if you tackle it head on and you just say exactly what it was, even if it's unflattering, preferably if it's unflattering to you, then we move on. That means you're not a piece of shit. So I think we learned a lesson from Bronwyn this week. I'm much better sober. You know what I mean? Let me think if I can say any profound words to kind of round out this Rosh Hashanah spectacular episode. Oh, next week I'm hosting Yom Kippur, and I'm going to do Yom Kippuroke. Yom Kippur karaoke. And I have been practicing my selections. Obviously, you know that my go-to karaoke song is Nothing, because I don't fucking sing karaoke, because it's too on the nose for me to be a karaoke star. But I would probably pick, I mean, Always All the Things She Said by Tattoo, as you know. But now more currently, like, You Only Get What You Give, which is obviously maybe, like, it could be one of my favorite songs. It could be my favorite song of all time. Like, there's never been an instance where it's come on where I would skip it. You could never play it at a party or a wedding or a gathering. Is it deeply Caucasian in nature? Yes. And I do have a problem with that. But beyond that, it is such a crowd pleaser. And I feel like, I mean, I perform it for Clyde basically every single morning. So I do kind of have it down. Kate Hudson, Right on Time, obviously. But I'm just looking forward to it. Do I have any profound words to kick off the Jewish New Year? Not really. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can't improve on perfection. Will I be repenting for anything? I will not. Will I be asking forgiveness? No, I will not. Will I be mending fences? Probably not. You know, people don't like to say this, it's not of the times, but I am an extremely content person. And I don't know. I feel pretty rock solid about all of it, which is why I will be going to the Cabazon outlets instead of observing in a place of worship. You know, I will be observing in a place of worship. It's called the Cabazon outlets. And the In-N-Out burger there is so good. So good. And Off-Brand October is next week, which means I could do an outlet mall haul. An outlet mall haul. Here's the thing. If you live in Irvine, October 7th, see you there. Buy your fucking tickets. I'm not coming back. October 22nd, if you live in San Francisco, buy your motherfucking tickets. What are my other dates? November 3rd in Nashville. And I'm probably fucking this up, but no, I'm not. November 3rd, Nashville. November 5th, Atlanta roll through, and November 15th, Los Angeles. Also, we will be having special guests at these shows. So I'm not going to bury the lead, but you're probably going to want to buy a ticket. Thank you so much. Shana Tova to those who celebrate, and Shana Tova to me at the Cabazon outlets, most importantly. Love you so much. Give me 5 stars on iTunes. I really deserve it. I've been listening to other podcasts for market research and my ears are bleeding. Okay. I've been listening. This is a great show. This episode's not great, but in its entirety, really great. So goodbye. Have a great day. Thank you.